Hey guys and girls, my name is Alan and welcome to today's gameplay commentary. As you can see, we're about to do some Black Ops 3 multiplayer, and first off I'd like to apologise for the fact that I haven't put anything up on pretty much any of my channels for the last, 3 weeks give or take. Hasn't been intentional. I've been busy with work. Someone recently left the department, so we're being a man down, and so I've had to pick up some extra hours. I mean, obviously, it's more money for me, but it's also more work and less time for things like this. And then more recently, someone's also had to take some time off work for personal reasons, so we're technically 2 people down in the department, and my department is quite small anyway, so when one person's away or whatever, then it's not too bad because you've only got to pick up, say, 1 extra shift a week. But then when 2 people are down, you've got to pick up an extra shift, and then like a 5-day week becomes a 6-day week. And yeah, when you're doing a 6-day week, the last thing you want to do when you get home from work is to do more work, I guess. I mean, I know I've said that this channel and my other channels and the stuff I do for YouTube, whatever, is a hobby, but it still requires effort. I can't just turn on a PC, record some crap, and then put it online, because that's not how I roll. If I'm going to record something, I want it to be, meaningful. At least put a bit of effort into it. I don't want to talk about just crap, but just for the sake of putting something on the channel, because I don't like doing that. I don't ever want to do that. And if I'm ever in a situation where I am doing that, let me know, because as I say, that's not how I want to be perceived as a channel that just does that for the sake of content. Okay, so apologies out of the way, and as I said, well, that's the reason why I've been busy, because of work stuff. But also, a couple of weeks back, I did, well, probably a couple of months now, I did talk about the fact that I'm trying to move out, trying to look for a place of my own. So that's been taking up a lot of my time as well. I've had to go and see some properties, and obviously talk to people about financing arrangements, etc., etc. And it's just a lot involved. I mean, it's something that we all have to go through at some point. I don't know how old you are watching this video, but if you are young, then enjoy that innocence while you can, because when you get older and you start working, paying for your bills, and having to as I say, try and find a property or whatever, it's just a lot of stress. A lot of stress, a lot of effort. As I said, I know we all have to go through it at some point, but just try and delay it as long as you can, unless you're rich, in which case I guess it makes no difference to you. But unfortunately, I'm not rich, so therefore it's a little bit more of a struggle for me. Anyway, so yeah, today's video is going to be a bit of a mixed bag. I've talked about why I haven't been around recently, so I've got that out of the way. The next thing is, I guess I want to give you just a bit of insight into what I'm planning for the next couple of weeks. So next weekend is Infinite Warfare beta, so we get to try out the multiplayer for ourselves, or at least I get to try it out for myself. I have seen some multiplayer footage in the last couple of weeks. They did do the multiplayer reveal, and to be quite honest, like, the fact that I didn't even do a trailer analysis for it probably tells you all you need to know about my thoughts on the gameplay itself. To be honest, I wasn't particularly overwhelmed by it, and in fact, the more I saw of it, the more I thought, what is this game? Cheeky little quad there with the Tempest. I remember this match actually. Game kind of starts off slow because the balance, because the teams were like 3v3 or 3v2 or something stupid like that. But then it does fill up, so it does pick up towards the end. But as you saw there, I pick up a cheeky little Fury kill, and I do record that in theatre mode from a different angle, and I'll add that towards the end of the video. So stay tuned if you want to see that. What was I saying? So yeah, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer reveal. I wasn't particularly impressed with it, to be honest with you. And yeah, the more I saw of it, the more I lost interest as it went on, and I just kept thinking to myself, what has Call of Duty become, right? Because it's just so it's so different from what it was originally. And I know I keep harping about the same point, and I will move on in a second, but I just don't know. It's like words fail me at how this game has changed, and I tried to be excited for it, but I wasn't interested at all. And the more I watched it, the more I didn't like what I saw. But as I said, I haven't had any first-hand experience yet, so I can't say like what it feels like to play it. But that leads me on to my next topic. So next weekend, Friday the 14th onwards, is the first beta for Infinite Warfare. I don't know if it's an open beta or a pre-order beta. I think it's a pre-order beta, but keep your eye on it anyway. If it is an open one, then obviously jump on and have a crack at it. If not, the weekend after, which is Friday the 21st, that is an open beta. And so the first beta is for PS4 only, so kind of sucks if you're on a different platform. But as I said, if it's a pre-order beta, then I guess unless you pre-ordered, you won't have access to it anyway. And if you're like me, you probably wouldn't have pre-ordered yet because of the state of it, because you're unsure about whether the game's going to be good or not. So the weekend after, which is Friday the 21st, that's the open beta, and that's going to be available on PS4 and the other consoles as well. Well, other console, Xbox One. I don't think it's actually on PC, you know. There was a bit of hoo-ha about how it was only on consoles and not on PC, the beta. So if you're on PC, kind of sucks for you. But you never know, they may change their mind and put one out on PC at some point. So don't lose hope. But if you can jump on a console, that'll probably be the safe bet if you do want to try out the game before purchasing or pre-ordering or whatever. So okay, that's Infinite Warfare stuff out of the way for now. When I was looking at the dates of these betas, I also noticed something else as well, and that's the launch date for Battlefield 1. Now, I did play the beta, and I've only put up one match so far, and I intend to do a couple more matches, gameplay commentary wise, before the game actually launches. So if you're interested to hear about those, then stay tuned because they are coming. As I say, highlights collections still need to go out for a lot of games I've been playing. I think I've done all the highlights collections for Titanfall 2, so that's out of the way. That was months ago now, so bloody hope so. Battlefield 1, I've still got a crap ton of highlights to put together, and obviously Black Ops 3 and Uncharted 4 multiplayer, they still have both loads that I need to do. In fact, I'm getting clips all the time, I just don't put them together into a video and put them out, so I definitely need to work on those. Hopefully I can get a couple out, you know, in the same couple of weeks before Battlefield 1 drops. So yeah, as I've said, Battlefield 1 drops, funnily enough, in 2 weeks time, which is the same time as the open beta for Infinite Warfare. So not the first beta, the second beta, which is 2 weeks from today. Battlefield 1's going to be out, and it's going to be coinciding with the open beta for Infinite Warfare. So clearly Call of Duty have done this on purpose, right? They've obviously timed it so that it does clash with the launch date for Battlefield 1, which is, I mean, you know, all's fair in love and war, but it's kind of an underhand tactic. I mean, I can see the direction that they're taking, but I just think it's, obviously, if I was Battlefield, I'd be a bit annoyed. But then again, you know, sometimes Battlefield do it to Call of Duty and stuff like that, so it goes around, I suppose. So yeah, as I said, I did pre-order the game, and I'm going to do a gameplay walkthrough on my other channel, so my players channel, links in the description or in the channel list if you want to check it out. As I said, I'm going to be doing a campaign walkthrough for that, and then multiplayer stuff is going to go up on this channel. Okay, so speaking of gameplay walkthroughs, the thing I wanted to do before Battlefield 1 came out was I was planning to play through Battlefield Hardline, which is the current latest Battlefield game, which I've had for a while, but I've never played. And I did play the beta like, that's about a year and a half ago now. It was like it was springtime last year, wasn't it? So that was when I first started doing this YouTube stuff, like pretty well. I say regularly, you know what I mean, like more regular than what it was prior to that. So I'd really started at that beta, and so I was hoping to do a gameplay walkthrough for that before Battlefield 1 came out, just to get into a Battlefield campaign, you know, just to see how it goes, and also to see if there's any differences between that one and the latest one. And also I was hoping to do a bit more multiplayer on that as well, but I don't think that's going to happen now, if I'm quite honest. I might jump on for a tiny little bit, but it's unlikely I'll touch the multiplayer until after I'm done with Battlefield 1, which is probably going to be, I don't know, 6 months from now, maybe longer, because obviously Modern Warfare Remastered, I'm betting, is going to be released solo at springtime or thereabouts, so I'm going to be busy with that once it comes out. So it's going to be sometime after that I start playing any of the multiplayer games, and of course Uncharted 4 Co-op hopefully is on the horizon as well. So lots to do in terms of gaming, and I'm also busy at work as well. Obviously work pays the bills and YouTube doesn't, but you know, I enjoy doing, you know, I mean, obviously I enjoy gaming, and I like to do this as a hobby, this YouTube stuff, so I do have to miss out on that, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is when you get older and you have to worry about money, and it's not just carefree living like when you were a kid. So yeah, stay young, kids. Avoid growing up while you can. Okay, so I suppose I haven't really talked about the gameplay at all. As you saw at the start, the match was unbalanced. The teams were really small. I think it was 3v2, as I said. But eventually it did fill up, and so the game picks up. My score at the end is actually pretty decent, and you'll see that in a second. The match is coming very close to an end now. But yeah, I mean, it's one of my earlier performances, and I'm using the LMG, BRM. Haven't talked about it at all, but it's got decent damage. Rate of fire is okay, it could be better. Accuracy is okay, it could be better. I mean, as you probably know by now, it's the starting weapon in the LMG category. So, I mean, it's pretty well balanced, as I say. It's got a decent rate of fire-ish. It's got decent damage-ish. Iron sight's pretty manageable. Recoil is pretty manageable. I mean, yeah, it could be better in a lot of respects, but it's quite a well balanced weapon, I think. And I believe at the time I was probably working on camos or something. That's why I'm using it, or trying to unlock an attachment. Because it's early in the game, I'm tempted to say I was trying to get the FMJ attachment, which does more damage to score streaks. which is obviously vital as an anti-air class or an anti-equipment class, and I always try and build one of those at the start of the game because obviously you need one when you're playing, because you can't always rely on teammates to take out equipment or you know, air support, because generally they don't. So I always have a class that I have just in case I need to do that. Get crapped on there, which is unfortunate in the last couple of seconds, which adds another death to my tally. But as you can see, I finished the match 37-9. 4 KD, could have been a bit better, but I mean, compared to everyone else, I think I did a lot of work, right? And I got that cheeky little quad as well at the start with the Tempest. The clip for that, by the way, is coming up after this video, so stay tuned. It's going to be right at the end of me showing the medals and stuff like that. And that's about it for this video. I was going to talk about Pokemon Go a little bit, but we don't have any time. And to be honest, it's probably better that I keep that as a separate video, because this one's more like a channel update. Keep you guys and girls up to date with what I'm doing, you know, sort of thing. So I'm quite happy to leave it as it is. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, consider tapping that like button. I really do appreciate it. And as I said, stay tuned for more multiplayer content. As I said, Battlefield 1's coming soon, IW next week, and plenty of walkthroughs to watch on my players channel. But until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, take care, and I will see you later. And as promised, here's the clip for the Tempest quad feed that I got earlier, recorded from the theatre mode. Enjoy!